Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season and have a good new year. And this is your January 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, take out the Taurus spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have Aries, which for you guys is actually a 12th house. 12th house in general relates to spirituality, blind spots, and mental health. And we're going to have Jupiter in there all of January, and Chiron's been there for quite some time as well. We have the moon, and as far as lunar cycles go, at the time of recording this, we haven't had that new moon in Capricorn yet. But in January, we're going to have the full moon in Cancer, and then a new moon in Aquarius. So definitely keep an eye out for those cycles there. And we have 7. So 7th house energy for you guys is Scorpio. Astrologically speaking, there's not really anything going on there, but we'll keep that in mind as well. Alright, so moving on to the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the King of Swords, and challenging that, we have the Strength card. So this is Aquarius energy, and this is Leo energy, which are natural opposition. So for some of you, this could just be saying, maybe you have something planned currently, but you're not necessarily ready to reveal that to the public just yet. It might be plans that you have in place that you want to possibly roll out toward the end of January, when we're in the Aquarius season, possibly even closer to the Leo full moon, which would be in February. Well, now, for some of you, this could be a situation around your careers. So maybe you're planning some kind of a change around your career, possibly not even letting people in your close circle know, right? So maybe even your family might not be aware of this change that you're thinking of making, but that's primarily what it looks like there. And even if it's not anything too drastic, it seems like for the most part, you're really trying to stick to a very narrow path as far as being tight-lipped about everything and possibly holding back your passion around the situation. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, this tells me that whatever this is probably something that you've worked on for a while, and you really, test it out to see like, okay, could I actually make this happen, right? But it's just a matter of you haven't put it fully out there just yet. So yeah, I feel like this is something you might have started working on, possibly even back there in Virgo season, right? So could be going back to, let's say, August, September. But yeah, it looks like something that you've definitely put some work into, and you're feeling pretty confident that you can move forward with it. All right, past position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this could just be something that might have come to you as a sudden idea as well, right? So maybe you were just going about your business one day, and you might have just had this idea that clicked in your mind, and maybe you really started to think about it and say, okay, maybe this is a really good idea, but practically it's not the best time for me to act on it, right? So it could have just been one of those things that you held back onto, but at the same time knew, okay, I'm going to pursue this. All right, the present position, we have the 9 of Cups. So yeah, this is another indicator that for me, like I said, it seems like you're pretty sure that whatever this thing is that you're working on, it's going to work out well, right? So this could represent maybe you've been putting things in place, right? Maybe you've been making the connections that you need to make this happen. But it definitely looks like that's where you're at right now. Okay, in the near future position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, to me, this represents you, if nothing else, getting a lot closer to being action-oriented toward the situation, right? So to me, the Ace and the Page Pentacles are very similar, only the Ace is more of an idea around the situation. So we see the hand coming out from the cloud there. And then here we actually see a physical person taking action toward that idea. So that's what it seems like there. So whatever this is, like I said, you might have felt like the timing wasn't right when you initially had the idea, and maybe you've been doing some work on it behind the scenes, but I feel like you are ready to bring it out soon. All right, the position of your influence in the situation, we have Judgment. So yeah, you might have actually been getting some signs that now the time is right? So maybe you just started getting some weird synchronicities, possibly even something that comes up in your dreams that let you know, okay, maybe this thing that I've been working on here, it might be time to bring it out soon. And of course, this could just be saying maybe this is reconnecting with your past in some way too. So maybe something you used to do that you were passionate about, but maybe you let it fall by the wayside for whatever reason, and maybe you're ready to pick that back up. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Emperor, Aries energy, which came up in your dice as well, and we have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So again, we see Virgo energy, and we also see a progression from the page to the Knight of Pentacles now. So yeah, this could just be saying that if we think of this as representing the Jupiter energy that we spoke about earlier, could just be saying that, okay, now this idea is really starting to grow now, right? And it might take longer than you're expecting, but at the same time, you will see steady progress around whatever the situation is. If this is representing someone in your environment, possibly, so let's say if this is a workplace situation, could just be saying that, you know, they have been observing what you've been doing, and I feel like they do plan to make an offer to you as far as an increase goes, whether it be some kind of a raise or promotion, but it could just take longer than you'd like. For some of you, possibly even going into when we have the Virgo full moon, which would be in early March. So be on the lookout for that. All right. In hopes or fears position, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, for some of you, I'm going to assume this might have just been a fear of yours, right? Where you knew, again, like I said, I feel like whatever the situation is, you had a really good feeling about it off the bat, but it was just a matter of feeling like, okay, it wasn't the right time when the idea came to you to actually act on it. So I feel like this is just another indicator of that okay, you know that this is something solid, it has a lot of potential, but it just wasn't the right time for you to come out. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Six of Cups. So yeah, another indicator similar to what I was seeing with the Judgment card too, that like I said, this seems to be something from your past that you had passion for, right? You really enjoyed, but now you're reconnecting with it. So now I do have to say as well, we are going to have some Mercury retrograde energy for the first couple weeks of January as well, so that could be playing a role there too. So it could just be saying that that's what brings it back up for you at this time. All right, and bottom of the deck we have the Five of Cups. So this could have been what sparked all this, right? Maybe you went through some kind of a disappointment, and that might have been what, with that spark that let you know, okay, I do want to change things, right? Maybe where I've been isn't satisfying. And then, like I said, it seems like for a lot of you, whatever this is, this could be a situation, possibly something that you were pursuing in your past, or at least you wanted to, but for whatever reason weren't able to do so. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Make Assumptions, and it says relinquish the need to change others. All right, let's see what it says. Okay, it says real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, this means that we don't really like them. It is easier to find someone who is already the way you want him or her to be instead of trying to change that person. So interesting message there. I didn't necessarily see this as a one-to-one relationship situation. It seemed to be more career related. But for some of you, maybe that's also a situation that it could be pointing to as well, right? Where maybe you've been with someone and you might have been hoping for it to go a certain way, right? And now maybe you're realizing that maybe that's not the case, and you could even be thinking about someone from your past if that's the case as well. All right, moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have Peace. There's the artwork, and the number is 23. So we'll see what those messages have to say. Okay, central meaning says freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. The Oracle's message: it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, the heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. Definitely a pretty positive message there, and makes me think of the Nine of Cups energy that we do see in the present. The relationship message says when two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savored. Again, a pretty positive message there too. I do have to say again, like I said, I didn't get a huge relationship vibe from this reading, but it could also be one of these things where maybe there's someone from your past that you've reconnected with and neither of you have expressed your feelings yet, right? So I could see with the Emperor energy here that they might be pretty tight-lipped around their feelings too. But with the Knight of Pentacles energy beneath that, could just be saying that they do fully plan on coming forward at some point and expressing themselves, but it's just going to be a slow process for them. All right, the prosperity message says this is one of those times when you're capable of clear vision about your work and how you create your prosperity. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're called by presence to step into your power. Just being is enough, for you're in peaceful harmony with spirit, and it shows in your work. So yeah, another pretty positive thing there, especially because, like I said, it seemed like a lot of this was a timing thing for you, where you were solid on the idea, you knew you wanted to pursue it, but just knowing the time wasn't right in the past. So now it could just be, like I said, seeing the energy we see here, looks like you will be arriving at the conclusion soon that it's going to be time to move on that idea pretty soon. All right. And lastly, we have the Mudra for you guys. So this is your Mudra here. It's the Kamajayi Mudra, and the keyword for it is restraint. Okay. Yeah, we got everything in the frame there. But under benefits, it says restrains the outflow of excess passion and sexual desire, causes sexual energy to turn inward and upward, thereby assisting the practice of meditation, strengthens digestion, assimilation, and elimination. So if that sounds like a movie you think would be useful for you guys, I will put the name in the description of the video as always. I'll wrap up there. Once again, like I said, hope you guys are having a good holiday season and you have a good new year, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.